el estado de Georgia en estos momentos, que no solamente está afectando a nosotros, la comunidad latina, a los inmigrantes, a los asiáticos, a las familias trabajadoras de este gran estado. Y para mí de verdad es, y lo he dicho, sorry, you're following, están siguiendo, sí. I'm on the soapbox, I know. But uno tiene que vivirlo. Uno tiene que vivirlo, y yo lo he vivido por los últimos 12 años. El desprecio, el racismo hasta nuestra comunidad, la verdad, el no importarle a la comunidad latina. Y entonces, pues, claro está, viendo esa luz al final del túnel, me crea, pues, una esperanza de poder nosotros cambiar el estado de Georgia para que de verdad el estado trabaje para su pueblo. Y para mí, pues, me dieron algo que verdad, que tenía que leerlo. Y lo voy a decir así. Y lo voy a leer en inglés porque está en inglés. Y entonces yo, pues, voy poco a poco y le voy mencionando que, o sea, para mí, el gran amigo, porque hemos trabajado juntos por espacio ya de varios años, él en el Senado, yo en la Cámara, en nosotros poder estar al frente del cañón cuando vienen todas estas propuestas de antiinmigrantes, la HB 87, la del English Only, la de últimamente quitarle el DACA, la licencia de conducir a los estudiantes de la acción diferida. O sea, ¿en qué más podemos pensar? Así que Jason Carter is running for governor of Georgia because he believes in Georgia at its best. Georgia kids learning in the very best schools and an economy that works for middle-class families and an honest government that works for everyone. Jason is a 9th generation Georgian and a big family man. He and his wife Kate, and gracias Kate por estar acá con nosotros, y ya lo dirán ahorita. I love it. I'm so excited. This is good. He and his wife Kate, a public high school teacher, have 2 young sons and live in Atlanta. He knows the meaning of hard work and is not afraid to do it. Jason currently serves in the Georgia Senate. Since being elected, Jason has worked across partisan and geographic lines to bring honest debate to the state legislature on issues that matter to Georgia's families. He has fought for public education and to protect the Hope Scholarship. He has worked to make sure that small businesses get the same benefits that big companies do. He has been a tireless advocate for stronger ethics laws to make sure that Georgia has an honest government that works for everyone. He has spearheaded opposition to anti-immigration proposal in defense of Georgians without a voice. Just this last session, he was able to, with bipartisan support, defeat a measure at taking away licenses from undocumented youth. He has fought to protect voting rights and change an overtly partisan reapportionment of the state Senate. It is also important to note the importance of this occasion. Jason today has become the first ever candidate for the office of the governor to reach out to the Latino Christian community. And I think that en el día de hoy estamos haciendo historia porque Jason se acaba de convertir en el primer candidato a gobernador donde va a hablarle a la comunidad cristiana latina del estado de Georgia. The fact that he's willing to make himself available for this period of time, and this is not a fundraiser, okay? We will talk about that later, okay? It takes coal to run a train, it takes gold to run a campaign. Eso es un dicho. Hay un representante, Calvin Smyrie, de Columbus, Georgia. And he has been, Jason, what, 30 years? He's the dean. 38 years in the legislature. and he says that. And I think it's important as us elected officials. For those of you that know, the political system is rare for a politician running for a seat at that level to give this much time. But this is the type of person Jason is. He's a friend to the Latino community, and we're blessed to have him by our side. But without any more delay, it gives me great pleasure to introduce the next governor of this great state of Georgia, Senator Jason Carter. Yes, well, let me introduce the future First Lady. Future First Lady from the state of Georgia, Kate Carter.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Buenas tardes, mi nombre es Kate Carter. Muchas gracias por venir hoy. Me encuentro nerviosa porque me falta práctica en español. Hace muchos vivos que no viven en la República Dominicana, pero yo voy a practicar en la campaña. Jason y yo estamos muy emocionados a tener la oportunidad a representar a su voz durante nuestros viajes en nuestro estado. Entonces, muchas gracias por todo.
Thank you. I wanted Kate to speak to you, but I didn't want her to make me look that bad because my Spanish is not as good as hers. Pero entiendo poco a poco. Y she's correct. Vamos a practicar en la campaña. Thank you to Antonio and to Pedro, who are my close friends. And I'm honored that so many of you are here. And I'm excited to begin this process of bringing people together in a real way in our political system in Georgia. We have one Georgia. We're all in it together. We know that we can't succeed and move forward as a state if we leave people behind. The bright future of Georgia is a future that's bright for everyone. My children, our children, are 7 and 5 years. They will grow up in a multicultural, multiracial, multi-ethnic, multilingual Georgia. That's how they will grow up. They will not know. They will think that this global economy, this global world, as the father said, you can, as the Bible says, you can go to all nations to preach the gospel, but in Georgia, you can stay in Georgia and preach to all nations.
Yeah, right.
Because they're all here.
Yes.
And that's a beautiful, beautiful thing for our state. And we have the ability to bring people together. And we have the ability, as you know, as Christians, to reach out in that faith community to bring people together, to serve the community. That's the faith tradition that I come from. My grandfather, many of you know, is Jimmy Carter. And the way he lives his faith is in service to others and to his community. And it's important that we do that. And too often, we've talked, too often, too much, we see people using our faith to divide people, to divide us or to push people away. And to me, that's unacceptable. So just so you know where I come from and what I believe, that's one of the reasons I'm here, speaking specifically to the pastors and to the others who participate in these communities. we know that we can use our faith to bring people together. That's something I want to do. So thank you for that. Thank you very much for all being here.